Hi, and welcome to another episode on our channel on Aikido Virtual Dojo. And in this one we want to share with you a practice that we do sometimes to intensify our weapons training. We practice with soft weapons instead of using the traditional wooden bokken, jo or tanto. We have foam weapons that enable us to have higher intensity of the practice and develop some other skills. So stick with us for a couple more minutes and we will share with you our practice.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at sort of how we can use foam swords, but they're becoming more available and more popular, and for good reason. We can actually do a very more intensive practice without really risking hurting our partners so much. So we can look at a few different possibilities here. The first of all is just a simple basic practice that we might normally do with what we call go no awase, which is kind of an exercise of just simple sword practice with the partner blocking. And when we do this, I'm going to attack my partner, and we'll move back here. And in the beginning, we can go slow just to get the form down, and we might do this even with a regular bokken. If I come around and he does a block, and he doesn't have to worry so much about, if he hits my hands or anything like that. So we can really get a feel for adjusting the distance and everything without too much fear of getting hit. Or if we do get hit, it's not so painful. Okay, when we adjust that, then I can start to go a little bit fuller and maybe a little bit faster in doing this practice, and really, kind of try and see if I can touch his head. Okay, so that's one way we can get this practice a little bit more intense, just with a basic form. Now, we're going to look at a second one. I will show you what's called ichi no kumitachi, and we're going to look just at the first movement. Okay, so with that, the first part of the exercise is I'm going to see if I can touch my partner's hand, okay, before he can react. Okay, so I'm just going to try and step in and tap my partner's hand before he can get out of the way or do anything. Okay, but he gets a chance to move. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can just get in and tap it. Okay, so I have to kind of still somehow raise and see if I can do it. And he gets a chance just to move however he wants, just to get that. Okay, but I get to really go for it. Okay, so that would be the first step. Now, concerning the ichi no kumitachi, the regular movement, I would begin to raise, and he would come in for a strike towards the center. Okay, so with this first exercise, I'm going to see if I can tap his hand. Okay, which means I have to raise at least enough to move in, and in that space, in that small amount of space, he gets to try and come in and touch me. Okay, on the center, in the belly. And so, and if I see that he's coming in, then I'm going to back up so I don't get hit. Okay? But if he doesn't move, I'm going to try and touch his hand, right? There. Okay? Okay? So, but if he reacts, then I have to react too. So it's kind of split-second decisions here, right? So, in that way. Okay? So I'm going for it, but at the same time, I have to feel what's happening. And so if he's able to get in and strike towards the center, then he does that too. And we can do this kind of intense practice with a higher speed, higher energy, but with a bit more safety because of the foam swords. Now we have plenty of different practices that we use for the foam swords in a lot of our basic kind of forms and things like that, but also some other ways of using the foam swords, and we will cover those in other videos. So thank you for tuning in, and look out for the next ones.